there has been another breakthrough treatment for my disease. And we're going to tell you all about that. But first, you might think that when there is such a important discovery that is made, that I would be informed of that breakthrough by like some kind of grand proclamation. At least I feel like I deserve to be informed that way. Like a phone call from the governor, you know? Or
a
like
hand-delivered letter.
a telegraph.
Yeah.
You know, like a parade.
An owl? A letter by owl could be?
A letter by owl sent by the head scientist in the world. No. The way that I found out was this morning. Hannah walked into the kitchen and very casually said, "Oh, I have a good video idea for today. There's a new treatment for SMA." And I was like, "What?"
Someone doesn't read anything.
Apparently, I already knew this information, but...
No, you didn't know it. It's a new post. This morning I woke up, new post from SMA News Today. Wow, I saw it. So did you, I'm sure, because we both follow them.
Yeah.
I then Googled it, read a bunch of articles, was like, oh my God, oh my God, oh my God, walked into the other room, and I guess you had just scrolled on by.
I saw the post. It was like, new treatment promises, exciting. Yeah. And I was like, hey, okay, keep going.
You're like, I've probably heard of that one.
I was like, I haven't doubted my grand proclamation, so obviously I don't need to worry about this. But anyway, no, there is something really exciting happening.
Yeah.
We're going to tell you all about it now.
Hello.
Welcome to the show.
Welcome to the show.
Welcome to the show.
It's time
to talk
about
our lives. Imagine as we faded back in from our intro song, I was standing, tall and proud. And then, before your very eyes, I did a cartwheel.
Wow.
And that was how I announced that. See? That would be your very well-deserved grand announcement of a new treatment.
Yeah, maybe one day we'll be able to do something like that. You'll like, you know...
I'll keep it a secret for a long time. And then
you'll just raise your hand to the sky.
We'll open a video with me, like, riding a skateboard.
Wow.
Past the camera. I don't know if this treatment will do that, but...
No, I don't know.
I mean, I still know nothing about it, because even after Hannah told me, I didn't take the time to read about it.
He figured, as I told you, he would also learn about it.
So I'm about to learn about the breakthrough treatment for SMA.
You don't know anything about it. I told you the name. Do you remember it?
Salanersen.
Salanersen,
which sounds like something I would put on a sandwich. Like your salami, your cheese, and your salanersen sauce. The treatment is actually administered in sauce form. That's the big breakthrough.
You would love that. Well, I don't want to get anything wrong, so I do have an article from the maker of this drug's website that's all about their clinical trials and what's been happening. This is like kind of far along, and I just don't understand why we haven't heard of it. Now,
because we haven't gotten our proclamation.
When we did go to the Cure SMA conference, and the big talk that catches everyone up to date on treatments was at 7:45 in the morning, and we just couldn't do that. So honestly, it was probably covered at that talk, but like, we just couldn't make it.
I will say, if I put even a small amount of effort into following treatment news, we would have known about this.
Yeah.
But I don't. Hannah sort of does.
I saw it. It's a little late though. So this drug is made by Ionis Pharmaceuticals, and they're partnered with Biogen. So Biogen is the pharmaceutical company that makes Spinraza, which is the first treatment that Shane was on. It was like the first treatment ever for SMA.
If you don't remember, that was the treatment that is a spinal injection that you receive every like 3 months.
4 months.
4 months.
Yeah.
And for me, because I have a spinal fusion, the metal rod in my back made that more challenging. So they had to do the injection right through my neck.
Under his ear.
All the way into the spinal cord, which we'll talk about a little bit more in a minute, but like it was a very grueling and unsettling procedure that I was looking at having to have for my entire life.
And you did like 20 of them probably. You did a lot. And it was also dangerous. Like every time we went, they would explain how dangerous this was, especially because Shane was doing it so high up. Yeah. Most people get it in their lumbar, so that's a bit different, but...
Yeah. Okay, real quick, let's just like take them through my treatment journey real fast.
Sure.
So I stopped that because there was a new oral treatment called Risdiplam, made by Genentech, that became available right around the time when I was losing my ability to keep doing the injections.
Yeah. Not just mentally, but also there was scar tissue.
Yeah, so I began developing scar tissue on my spinal cord. That sounds like something that
I don't think it was on your spinal
shouldn't
cord.
happen.
I think it was like further out.
Near it. But the point is, when I would go in for my injections, the person doing it couldn't physically push the needle through the tissue into my spinal cord. And they had to do it like so delicately, because if you push too hard and you like pierce the spinal cord, you might die.
Yeah.
And in the final one I ever did, the person doing it had to shove so hard and they weren't getting it that their hand slipped and they like punched me in the shoulder like pretty hard. And I was like, you know what? I think I'm done. This is too much.
Yeah.
And now there's an oral option, so I'll be doing that.
Yeah, you switched as soon as you could.
And that's what I've been on since then. It's just
Yeah.
a daily like little bit of liquid that I take.
Yeah. So one of the big things about this new drug is that it builds on what Spinraza already did. It's the same mechanism, but it's a once a year injection in the spinal cord. But it's once a year instead of every 4 months, and it's a more potent drug. So the results have been, I guess, more promising.
Yeah,
Spinraza.
I saw that like kids who had received it, even kids that had already received the
Gene therapy
were showing like even better physical improvements. So like they were walking and standing and reaching milestones that they are not expected to reach in the natural kind of course of the disease.
And they were giving it to kids who did not have the goal outcomes when they got gene therapy, like the kids that it just didn't really work for. So yeah, it's very
pretty. I mean, that's it setting alone. If there was a therapy that like seemed like it could benefit me physically even more than the one I'm taking now, that would be a enticing thing. And then another big part of it, and again, this is like technically conjecture because like the studies haven't been finalized yet, but Spinraza didn't have any effect on male fertility, whereas the one that I'm on now comes with a warning on the label that's like can cause male infertility problems.
Yeah.
And for me, I've experienced that, as you have all heard about in our IVF journey. So if this new medication worked similarly to Spinraza and didn't come with any male fertility implications, that could be a game changer.
Because we've discussed Shane going back on Spinraza for us to try to have a child naturally, but like it is so traumatizing to him that that's just not an option. Like we would rather not have kids than do that again, the routine injection. So I am curious if you would do a once a year injection. Like, do you think you would?
I know it's such a hard. Okay, I don't know. This is hypothetical, but it's really enticing. It was the every 4 months that really got me. It felt like just as I was getting over the last injection, mentally and emotionally, it was time for another one.
You had to get ready for the new one, and you would wear off. Like, you'd get really weak right before each injection.
Yeah.
So if this is a way stronger drug, that was the other drawback, was you were like, I'm only strong like half the time.
Right. So yeah, I would be very torn. It would be a tough decision about whether I could do this every year, once a year.
Yeah.
But there were other options for injections that I didn't yet explore, like getting a port installed, which would be a surgery. But like if I had to do one surgery and then I could easily do my once a year injection forever, that's enticing.
Yeah.
All this stuff is so like big, it's so hard to know what I would decide.
Yeah.
Because I'm also comfortable and happy on the one that I'm on now. And like I feel like it's keeping me strong and like I feel consistent. So
yeah, I mean, a lot of people do both.
Yeah.
So I wonder if that would be an option for this.
I'm just gonna take everyone that's available, like even if you're not supposed to.
Oh yes.
I'm gonna go to different hospitals, change my name.
Wow.
I'm gonna get the yearly injection every month and just see what happens. That's what it might take to begin a video with me standing.
Yeah, we're gonna get there, guys. One other thing that I found interesting about this drug is that one of their first trials, they've done 2, was with adult males.
Ah.
And most of these drugs just focus on kids and then do another round to get into the adult population, but this one actually started with adults and then they have their child study. So
That's cool.
That's interesting.
Because I feel like often it's like, well, we've approved it for children that are, 10 pounds and lighter, and it's going to take us another 15 years to find out if adults should have it. But cool to know that they're already testing it on older people.
Yeah.
That's sweet.
All right, Shane, do you want one more fact from the article?
Yes.
This is from the kids' study. The kids got either 40 milligrams or 80 milligrams of salanersen once a year.
I would request 150 milligrams. Thank you, doctor.
In participants with elevated baseline concentrations of neurofilament light chain, or NFL, indicating ongoing neurodegeneration, initiation of salanersen led to mean reductions in NFL of 70% at 6 months, which were sustained through the 1 year dosing interval. And that's encouraging, they said. Did you know that you have neurofilament light chain that is a bad sign?
I understood almost none of what you just read me. I heard NFL, and I thought, oh man, it's almost football season. And my brain just sort of shut down as I fantasized about the Philadelphia Eagles. But it sounds encouraging.
Long story short, something bad in their bodies showing neurodegeneration was reversed 70%.
That's great. This is why I have Hannah, because I will not read something like that on my own accord. This is going to be really exciting to figure out if this is going to be possible for me. Yeah. Again, everything in this industry moves really slow. So, this is a big breakthrough announcement. But the reality is, I won't be making this decision for a long time.
Yeah. Well, that's our update.
I'm excited. That's pretty cool.
And I will stay up to date. We'll keep you guys up to date.
Yes.
Next time, maybe we'll go to that session at QRSMA about learning about drugs, because we would have known this about 2 weeks earlier.
Let's be a little bit more on top of it from now on.
Yeah.
And by that, I mean, I'll be a little bit more on top of it from now on.
Oh.
I'll try.
We'll see.
I'm not going to. Oh, really quick, everyone, if you've watched this far, we've seen a bunch of comments lately from people saying that they were subscribed to our channel and they've noticed that they are now unsubscribed and that they did not do that on their own.
That even happened to my mom.
Yeah. So I just just figure we'd mention it. Just glance down if you're not subscribed and you intend to be. Maybe you need to do that again. We don't want you to miss our videos, so just check that if that might be affecting you.
Yes.
And SMA affects me. Nope.
This is your treatment for this thing that's happening.
There it is.
Resubscribe, just like we just told you about a potential treatment for Shane.
All right, I'm going to go write an email to Biogen asking if they've considered administering salanersen in sauce form.
Oh. Okay.
Have a good day, everyone.
Bye.